Alright. Alright, so what the fuck was I doing? I think I just... Yeah, I solved kind of the problem in the ladies' bookstore, right? Who the fuck are you?
Welcome to Rivachol.
Racist lorry driver. And answers that rotund man. The remark isn't addressed to you, it's addressed to the lieutenant. Why are you addressing my partner like that?
Don't you welcome to Revachol me. My grandfather came here from a 3,000-year-old racist isolationist culture, while your ancestors came to this island a mere 300 years ago. Every school of thought and government has failed in the city, but I love it nonetheless. It belongs to me as much as it belongs to you.
You tell him.
It's men like you who keep Revachol divided, making it that much harder for everyone to climb out of this post-war limbo.
Limbo? What's going on here?
Oh, come on, man. I just said welcome to Rivachol. It's a lorry driver thing.
I know exactly what you meant. You think my kind doesn't belong here, that I should watch myself and behave. But you see, I'm an officer of the RCM. It's actually my job to make sure you behave. I would advise you to remember that.
Ooh. Ooh, Kim. Ooh, is it getting hot in here? Ooh, yeah, you fucking tell him.
Silence. The air between them becomes tense. Your partner needs backup. Now's your moment to shine.
Punch on the shoulder. Fuck on that, Kim. I've got your back.
You two make a cute couple.
Thank
you know that?
Thank you. Thank you.
The lieutenant exhales and resumes his regular calmness.
Now that's settled, we have a couple of questions.
Whatever you say, officers.
He waits impassively, cigarette smoldering between his fingers.
He smells of heavy motor oils and his breath of high tar content cigarettes, probably Astra Whites.
What are you hauling?
Oh, not much anymore. I'm here to pick up some cargo, but the dock workers are on strike, so it's a sit and wait on your ass situation.
What kind of cargo are you supposed to pick up?
Apples.
Apples?
Yeah, apples. I take it you had other questions?
He's given you the runaround. Let's be honest, you were bested.
What was that argument all about?
It's about biological determinism, natural law, the sorting of the races. Not the most popular topic nowadays, with a coalition in charge and all. You might want to change the topic. That is, bury your head under the sand like common sheep.
That's not what sheep do. Ah, you're just a racist.
I'm not just racist. Look, I've read books, huh? The science of racial theory has all been proved, even if some people don't want to accept it. People who've studied these things say that you and me are superior by design, so naturally, we Occidentals should be in charge. Obviously, you can see the merits in that.
What the fuck is happening? Yes, I can really tell you're a prime example of superior design.
Open your eyes. Haven't you noticed something different lately? An unfortunate downturn, maybe?
Me when I get slapped by a piece of wood, so I have to spin around to relieve pain.
Superiority. They stop competing for resources.
Thank you, Kakui, for the 15 months, tier 3. Mwah, thank you, but shh. What's the problem with that, then?
The problem? The damn kips are showing a real good game lately. Same with the mosquitoes. And the other introduced species too. They're on the precipice of cultural victory.
What? What's this culture victory?
It's what the kips of Boogie Street are going for, right under our noses. And the others too, on the radio. Heard any chansons lately? Heard any motetos or leader? No. Dominating culture is how they plan to win. They say so themselves. It's true. Also, you need to realize the dangers of mixing races.
What?
Who knows what might happen if people don't stay in their birthplace? You might end up with a new subrace, with unknown characteristics, leading to extra competition. That's why you've got to control the offspring.
Oh my god. What am I reading? Yeah, that what? Yeah, I'm not down with this. Why don't you go fuck yourself?
Don't push your luck, runt.
The man gives a disgusted look, then turns his attention elsewhere, ignoring your presence. I want to punch him. Can I punch him? Is there a possibility? I'm fucking... Can I punch him, please? Please, please, please.
Looking for something, runt? Come to tell me to fuck off again?
Is there like a weapon in my hand? Hold on, wait. Hold on. I have a crowbar, I think.
Looking for...
Fuck. Damn it. You see this fucking crowbar in my hand? Yeah. Watch your fucking self. A melancholy pop song plays on the radio.
Welcome to Frit. Feel free to look around or something. Everything is out on the shelves.
She returns to her magazine.
What's that magazine she's reading?
So nosy. What magazine are you reading?
You mean this?
She looks at the cover, boasting a colorful photo of two girls kissing.
This is Pop Stars. It's got, like, famous people in it. It's not for sale.
Looks like it also has something called Police de la Mode, featured on page 34. This speaks to you.
I approve of this. Very futuristic. Tap on the girls kissing. Forget about all that. What is this fashion police feature? Point at the cover.
It's where they rate different outfits famous people wear. It's kind of funny. They're kind of mean. It's
Just
about
stops to
who's the
think.
most stylish.
Who's numero uno guy in there right now? And does he look like this? Point your hat, but your hat would take the prize. Don't be mean. There's a mustache and I can't be from anyone here.
Benita. She's a model. Usually it's a model. Or a singer-songwriter. Or a model.
We are not the fashion police. We're the
Lieutenant
real
looks at you.
police.
What is the frit?
I don't know. Frit?
Why is it written with three
I
T's?
think they think that the extra T makes it funkier. It
She's using
doesn't.
her gun with disgust.
The story goes that normal Fritta, with 2 T's, a men's workwear shop in Vredefort, was already taken. So when Fritta Retail Inc. grew into a multinational corporation, they had to add an extra letter to avoid trademark infringement.
I have some questions for you.
Okay. I'm not really supposed to be chatting to anyone, but
She puts down the magazine. you tell me anything about the dead body?
I don't really know anything. I mean, I know it's there, but I haven't seen it, so...
Did you know the man who died?
Not really.
Oh, really? Does it mean you knew him a little?
No. I didn't know him at all.
How long has it been there?
I don't know, really long.
What do you think happened?
I don't know.
It's stupid.
No need to worry. It's just standard procedure for us to ask around. If you hear anything, let us know, okay?
Okay.
Thank you for your help.
Uh-huh.
Do you have ammonia?
She looks up from her magazine, eyes filled with tired ennui.
Yes. What we have is there, in the medicine cabinet. Go take a look yourself.
Okay.
You
What's
see
that?
several packaged raincoats fill a low shelf beneath a display of croissants and juice bottles. The raincoats are transparent, except for the big Fritta slogan on the back. The packages are small, discreet, sloppily stacked, making them easier to take unnoticed. No need to worry about knocking over a display.
I want to buy a raincoat. Steal a raincoat. I'm not fucking stealing. And I have money for that. What's that?
What is what?
Your leans over the counter.
It's a raincoat. If you want to buy one, then it's only 4 real.
She taps on the glass counter. The raincoats patiently await purchase.
Her attention is drawn to the raincoats. Stealing one undetected will now be more difficult.
Well, I'm not stealing.
The tear machine stands in the corner. A sign says, 1 bottle equals 10 cents.
What's this machine?
Oh, that's the tear machine.
What is it?
It's a machine for tear. You know, you find tear outside, like bottles or whatever, and put it in the machine, then it gives you money.
I see. And how do I pick up the tear from the tear machine?
You need a bag, I guess. We used to have some, but we gave them all out, so...
She shrugs awkwardly.
Feel free to use it if you find a bag, though. I'm sure there are some out there.
She points
somewhere.
outside. Okay. I see how to make money. Yep.
A small cabinet on the wall is filled with various medicine bottles, nasal sprays, and blister packs. They all bear the Saint Baptiste Pharmaceutics logo. Their logo is the bloodless rose, pure white, untouched by harm.
Just ask me if you need anything from Saint Baptiste. We don't stock prescription meds, but we do have Nosafed, Duramine, Magnesium, and Hypnogamma.
What do those products do?
I don't know. Let's see. Nosafed is a nasal spray. Duramine is a really good painkiller. Magnesium is a dietary supplement. Hypnogamma is... I don't really know what Hypnogamma is. I guess it makes you feel less shit. It's recommended to use after lots of partying, studying, or exercising.
Thank you.
Uh-huh.
Oh, it gives morale. Health. I'll get a nose up pad.
Okay, here. I hope Saint Baptiste makes you feel better or something.
Thanks, bitch. Alright, let me eat it. How do I eat it? What? Oh, I'm still fucking holding this. Go kick the furnace again? Oh. Ew. No, I didn't eat it after buying. I had to use it. What's that?
A colorful display of cigarettes and alcohol bottles line the shop wall, inviting you closer. The bottles wink at you in the light. The smokes too glitter in their wrapping. It's like looking into a kind of heaven. Your knees are weak. There, in that dark green glass, all in vain. The great flowing river of warmth, wine, alcohol. Beer, alcohol. Love, alcohol.
Oh shit. This is not a good place for a recovering addict.
Guess not, no.
She looks at the wall of goods behind her, then adjusts her hat.
I'm obliged to inform you that both alcohol and cigarettes damage your health. But I guess you already know that.
Don't ask. Don't look. Don't do anything here. Just go away. Get back to work.
Do you sell any under-the-counter vices? No, sir. Cigarettes. Gives me intellect, but minus health. Physique, morale, physique. Oh shit. It's fine, I don't need it. We're not an alcoholic. Smile. Oh, is that money? Yoinky sploinky. What's going on here? What the fuck are you?
Bastards! We have a right to work!
What's going on here?
Hold up and stay frosty, everyone. Cops are here.
The broad-shouldered alpha male turns to you. He's a full head taller than everybody else here.
You here to fuck with us? Beat the honest worker down.
What? No.
Good. We're fighting for a cause here. Right to work! Right to work!
Yeah, preach.
Besides, we're not that different.
He leans
It
closer.
helps if people see us talking, cops and strikebreakers together. Shows authorities are on our side. Builds confidence.
What kind of cause are we talking about? What kind of cause?
Rights of people. Rights of workers. To have gainful employment. To make a salary. And feed their families.
I have some questions for
Maybe
you.
you should ask them the questions. Like, why we're not allowed to make a living here. Shame on you! We have families to feed, you piece of shit.
He points his finger at the man sitting on the railing.
So do we, Scott.
Call me mañana. The loitering man hollers in return. Who are all these strikebreakers?
Honest men and women with rights to work, to be useful, not toys for corporate interests.
The man runs a hand through his steadily graying military haircut.
We came here to help the harbor run smoothly in time of crisis. If union fucks don't want work, they ought to let in those who do want work.
I have a question. Why do all these men follow your leadership?
You think they follow because I'm big and loud? No. They follow the rules of the market, the rules of the economy, because they were given a job to do!
What is your goal here?
We were promised work. We'd be in there, working, if the bastards hadn't shut the gates.
And you're unable to breach the entrance?
Main gate's locked. Would take heavy ordnance to bust it open. Could try to get in through the secretary's office. Door's locked. The guard's blocking the way to the access panel. And I don't mean the scrawny mess punk either. I mean head measurer. Or whatever he is.
Head measure?
Huge Seminoles guy standing up there on the overhead passage. Won't let anyone by. The access panel is right behind him.
How bad could one guy be? You seem capable.
Bad. Standing on a narrow bridge, he's got a strategically advantageous position. And he's trained. I don't know how the Union has a trained killer up there. But that one's no joke. And my men are tired and hungry. They're workers, not fighters.
Why don't you just talk to them?
Like civilized folk, you mean? These native fucks don't understand civilized.
It would be better for the neighborhood if you went home, at least for now, if you can't get in anyway.
No! They will give up eventually. Or get drunk. Leave the button unguarded. Then we charge.
The man rubbed his jaws a perfect lightly bearded square wedge. I want to get into harbor too.
Have fun. Union shits are on full strike. Don't think they're going to let you through the gates. I'm trying to meet their fat boss.
Interviewing people about a murder that took place here behind the hostel cafeteria there.
I know nothing about a murder.
His reply is snappy and tense.
The mention of a killing sends a barely noticeable shiver of tenseness through him. Interesting.
Why so tense?
What are you talking about? I'm not tense.
Yes, he's tense.
Right to work! It's shameful. Cops doing nothing. You should bring backup. Open up the gates for us. Blockading gainful employment for workers is a crime.
This really isn't my area of expertise.
We are not picking a side in this just yet, sir.
Pity. Let us work!
Let us work.
You've been talking to him for quite a while now. Something is off with this guy. Ask him where he's from.
Where are you from?
What's it to you?
Deep-set suspicion drips from every syllable. Routine, part of the investigation.
Am I a suspect? Done no crimes.
His eyes narrow.
I only fight for the rights of people.
I already got that. I'm interested in your background.
We're all workers, right? Workers stick together. Came from the eminent domain, in Jamrock. Backgrounds in odd jobs, heavy lifting, cargo hauling, bouncer work. I know the drill.
A bouncer where? I frequent other bars. Maybe it's one I know.
Worked at Territorial. Ring a bell?
Not right now, but I might have been there. I don't really remember things well.
Uh-huh. It was a long time ago.
Yes?
A lorry stuck in the traffic jam. This big, heavy Grad-made machine is well kept for such an old machine.
Look in the window.
The windows are clear. They've been recently washed. You can see a lorryman's cabin with personal belongings, stickers, insignia.
And his stickers and insignia. Is that the fucking racist guy's shit?
The driver has adorned his space with a substantial collection of peculiar paraphernalia. Proclamations about honor, strength, and purity are glued to various panels. A large metal pendant hangs from the rear view mirror. The pendant features a sun crowned with wavy rays.
What about the back
The
seat?
back end of the cabin has a small perch to sleep, large ashtrays. There are several suns and wheels sewn into the curtains.
Racist nationalist paraphernalia. Not unusual in this part of town. This is our guy.
You think that lorry belongs to our tough guy?
Likely, yes. This guy's proud of who he is. Drapes it all over his machine.
Ew. Oh, money. Foreign car kept in good condition. It looks so fucking ridiculous, bro. Physical. this a hobo? I'm stylish.
The small, wrinkled woman does not greet you. She nods along to something on her radio. A photograph is clutched in her hands, and there is a warm smile on her face. The photo, an ambrotype from the turn of the century, as golden as her smile. It's the warmth of a winter night's fire. Maybe she could give you comfort and shelter, some cigarettes and food money. Maybe she's your...
Grandma? Excuse me, ma'am, I'd like to ask some questions.
No response. Wherever this woman is, your words fail to reach her.
Grandma?
Nothing. Her smile just keeps widening. Her hair is gray like lead.
Snap your finger in front of her face.
Wait,
Loves you before you can snap.
she's just a distracted old woman. Better to leave her alone.
Why?
Why? I just told you why.
Okay. If you say so. I'm sorry. Oh no, the sorry cop. Oh no. Everyone's full of snow. No one lives here anymore. Sorry cop on the scene, baby. Coming to apologize to everybody. A bold slogan. A human knocks covers the truck. What's this?
An old monument stands in the middle of the traffic island, pointing toward the sea. It looks as if it's been reassembled piece by piece, secured and mounted in the air with the aid of numerous ropes and rods.
What's
A
this?
silver plaque on the statue's pedestal reads, "I am Philip III, the Squanderer, the greatest of the Philippian kings of Revachol, son of Philip II, the opulent, father of Philip IV, the insane." Not a good track record of mental health in that family. As you look up, you notice something about the statue. There are some odd indentations on the king's chest piece.
What did this king do?
Even by the standards of the Philippian kings, old sumptuous Philip was known for his profligacy.
In what way?
Well, he blew through the whole national treasury, starting the decline of one of the penultimate century's greatest superpowers, the suzerain of Revachol. His own maladministration foreshadowed the fall of the monarchy. During the anti-centennial revolution, an end to his family line and the monarchy on the Insulindian Isola.
How did he manage to blow through the entire national treasury?
Stories have it that he had his bedroom converted into a treasure chamber, where he stored unfathomable wealth. Krugerrands, bars of gold, ornate weaponry, armor, and various chalices. He called it the Sol Auron. It was obscene. There were whispers he slept on a huge pile of gold-dipped feathers, like some obese dragon, instead of a bed, like a normal person.
The man certainly knew how to live.
A deplorable farce. Fart. No wonder everything went to shit.
But wait, you haven't even heard about his fabled cocaine addiction.
The what now?
You see, old Philippe wasn't just good at squandering the national treasury on gold and ceremonial weaponry, he was also a prodigious snorter of nose candy.
Was addicted to nose candy? A bloated druggie?
That's what the revolutionaries said 150 years later, right before they emptied out the royal mausoleum and dumped His Majesty's mortal remains in the Insulindian Bay.
Where's he buried now?
Beneath the cold waters of the Insulindian Bay, thrown there by the revolutionaries after they cleaned out the royal mausoleum.
What happened to his
The
statue?
original was blown apart by communards, then further damaged during the landing of the coalition's airships during the turn of the century revolution, when Martinez was leveled. Most historians think the coalition's hasty landing may have ultimately saved the statue. If the communards had more time, they would have reduced it up to even finer pieces.
We restored the monument.
Some years ago, a group of liberal, artistically inclined individuals, designers mostly, thought it would be ironic to restore the statue of the most wasteful ruler of Revachol in the poorest part of the city. The statue is supposed to capture the moment it was blown apart, like an instant frozen in time, a rare butterfly trapped in amber, floating on a sea of shit.
That's brilliant. So funny and nihilistic. Nihilistic. I don't know how to
People in
pronounce that.
Martinaise tend to disagree, as do many prominent art critics and thought leaders, with more nuanced social awareness than the young ironists.
You didn't miss much.
Philip III, the squanderer, however, with his bronze face up in the air, doesn't seem concerned about what the hoi polloi think of him in death.
What do I see?
Something with great kinetic energy seems to have impacted the cuirass, around where the heart is.
A bullet?
A bullet? Someone shot him in the heart. Interesting.
Has someone shot the king? Point to the indentation.
Okay, I can't see it, but I take your word for it.
What do you think?
Well, Martinez is riddled with bullet holes. This place saw a lot of action during the revolution. But the statue is recently renovated, so maybe a joke? Target practice or a political statement?
Target practice. Connected to the murder? No. Practical joke.
Why not? What this shows us is guns aren't too uncommon here, and people still shoot them, sometimes at kings.
Takes a note in his
The
notebook.
king stands high above you.
Revachol. Oh. Let's go digging in the trash. The fuck, magnesium. Let's go. Wait, I looked in your car.
Looking for something, Hunt?
No. Hi.
I am a gander and a hunter and a gatherer. Feel like a traveler.
The man mutters to himself, accenting the beats as he goes.
A simple little cadence. He seems to be making it up as he goes.
I am the law. Keep listening.
From another planet. Hey there.
What's going on here?
It's the jam, my man.
He motions towards the sprawl of lorries with a sweeping gesture.
The air from the east is thick with the smell of crude oils, heavy metals and other byproducts of the modern era. You can almost taste it.
What's the jam?
It's a traffic jam for the ages. Harbor gates up the street are shut tight. No explanation given. Workers on strike, scabs agitating, an all-around clusterfuck. Meanwhile, we're all stuck here in long-haul limbo for days upon days upon days.
He glances south
Upon days.
down to the road. Limbo, huh? How long have you been here?
Feels like forever. Like I was born on this here roundabout and this was all I ever knew. Just me and the metal and the tires, the oil and the fumes of mazout.
Damn, this guy's a fucking artist. Extravagantly phrased, but I can roll with it.
Yeah, imagine. It's been a whole week already.
A week. You say,
Behind the laugh, however, a touch of sorrow.
So tell me, what do you need?
Know anything about the dead man? The one hanging behind the hostel there? One at the yard?
He ain't one of us drivers. I know that. All accounted for. Otherwise, I haven't really asked about that. Been wasting time right here. Keep him busy.
It's easy to see he's telling the truth. He's kept his nose out of the dark stuff.
Is it with what?
Analyzing the fundamental structural and psychological conditions of being stranded in the midst of a sea of motor lorries and their sad, despondent chauffeurs.
And your conclusion?
A sense of surprise there ain't more bodies hanging from more trees.
Fair. What are you hauling?
Oh, high-grade narcotics, illegal firearms, stuff like that.
Time to arrest him.
Wicked! Okay, what are you actually hauling?
Can't even get a few jokes past you, my man. I've got another haul of found cargo. Mostly sporting goods, tracksuits, and that kind of thing. They usually get shipped to Gra in the off-seasons. Though we've been making headway in the Il Moran market lately.
Could I get one of those fallen tracksuits you're hauling?
We're pals and all, but I can't just freely hand out the merchandise. The bosses won't be happy.
Aww. So your machine behind you?
This rockin' beauty. Sure is. Like a rash you can't get rid of. You interested in heavy-duty cargo machinery?
A motor lorry, also called a camion, on Caillou and neighboring islands. This one looks roughed up enough to be some sort of found rust bucket. Maybe the A6.
That the fallen A6 you got there?
Good eye, my man. Yup, she's an old one, but reliable. Me and her spent a long time together.
He gives the side of the lorry a friendly knock.
There it is again. A little touch of sadness beneath his cool. He thinks he's spent too long in this lorry.
Oh shit, left a wife and children? And nothing illegal?
Not
then?
unless they've illegalized sports equipment while I was on the road.
Right.
The man taps his fingers rhythmically against his arm.
Oh shit, my empathy is not high enough. Tell me more about this strike.
It's like whatever's going on over at the docks. Workers got a blockade set up, making demands, no way in or out.
What's the union demanding?
Some pretty wild stuff, I hear. Like a giant new power crane in half the company? I forget what exactly. Good on them, I guess. I've heard talk there's a company rep in town, too. Like a strike negotiator type. They'd know what's up. Precise demands and so on.
Ah, yes, from the Wild Pines. We'll meet her
Yes,
soon
ma'am.
enough, I'm sure.
Anything the company wants?
They want to keep that money flowing in, my man. Ka-ching.
Anything else I should know?
Anything else? Yeah, this
Thanks.
ain't really my area of expertise. I just do my job and get paid. I have things to do and places to be. All of us do.
All of who?
Us lorry drivers. Camioners. If you still hang around here waiting for this mess to end, most have scurried off somewhere to get drunk or high. Or laid.
Smiles
Not that I
awkwardly.
blame them, really.
Not you?
Not my thing. Chasing transient pleasures is a drag these days. I prefer the examined life now. Thinking, reflecting, observing.
Wow, this guy is cool as fuck. He glances down the road toward the horizon, a glint of something in his eyes.
He tries his best to look nonchalant, but there's a rigidity in him, as if trying to conceal something warm and deep beneath a cool exterior.
Bro. I wanna know so bad. Okay, I'm gonna save
Don't be
Scum.
a stranger.
I'm gonna save Scum, I'm sorry. I must know. He's so cool. I need to know.
Hello again, my man.
Alright, let's see.
What's on your mind?
Let's go!
Ease into
Damn
it.
it!
Don't go too far. This seems like a personal matter.
Man, you look sad. What's going on with you?
I'm okay, man. Just the jams got me down. The fumes, the chemical rainbows, the tarpaulin
Maybe I can
stretched
still
on the
extract
frames and the
info.
dull engines off.
You can reroll white checks?
Maybe the full-on direct approach wasn't correct. Damn, it's tricky business looking into someone's eyes and not doing it wrong.
How? After I level up? When my level checks reset? Aww. Do I see? I need 30 more points. Aww. Dare to spare some change for a working stiff?
Huh? Oh. No, I ain't got any money. They don't want to pay for unfinished work.
They? Who?
The bosses, man.
I don't know who those bosses think they are, but that sounds like a good arrangement for them.
Yeah, it sure ain't good for me. Or you. I'd spare a coin or two for a city cop down in his luck. If I had, say, 4 myself.
Have I seen a red tuck yet? I have? Damn. Fuck. I wasn't paying attention. The fuck? Thought that was a fire extinguisher. Fingerless gloves. When the innkeeper told you to pay, you could have dashed out? Oh. What you got here?
A couple of indicator lights are missing from this control panel. Loose wires dangle from the now vacant holes. In the middle is a lever. Beneath it, a small metal plaque. This panel usually closes the waterlock, turning it into a bridge that lets you cross the canal. But there's a crashed salmon and butter sign in the way. Pulling the lever probably won't do anything.
G'day to you, officers.
A burly man hangs out by the waterlock, carving up a generous serving of salami with an old hunter's knife. His eyes are fixed on a man stranded on the other side of the waterlock and on an enormous billboard that has fallen down into the canal between them.
Do you know what caused this wreckage? Pointed to smashed billboard in the canal.
I wasn't here to witness it, but those look like tire tracks on that sign. Weird, huh? Then again, plenty of daredevil drivers in Revachol.
The words daredevil driver sound ominous to you.
Too bad it also takes a year and a day to repair anything around here, especially a waterlock. The rest of the coast is closed off till then.
You know what's further down the coast? Can I have some of that salami?
Sure thing.
He cut off a slice of salami.
It is salty, it is savory, it is chewy. The hangover only makes the salami more tasty.
Damn. What a nice man, sharing his salami with me.
Want some too, officer?
He turns to the lieutenant.
Why not?
The lieutenant ponders the offer for a moment and decides to go for it. He takes a slice of salami from the man and chews on it. Cute! Do you know what's further down the coast?
Well, there's the fishing village, an abandoned fish market, a bizarro church. Not much use to the congregation, though. There always seems to be something wrong with it.
Thanks for a moment.
Yeah, not really much else. Just bombed out ruins.
Alright, thank you. What if I pull it?
A rusting control. This panel,
Pull it.
you pull the lever all the way up until the metal clicks against the contact pins. You hear a soft clunk. Then nothing happens. A spring brings the lever back to its original position. You still need to close the waterlock to get across the canal, some other way. Wasn't there a sign over there saying functionality will be restored on Wednesday morning?
fuck is this place? Is this a store?
A typical Martinez streetlight sits among assorted floor and table lamps.
Is that a streetlight?
Yes, officer. As you see, it's in perfect working order.
His manner is casual, but his speech is careful, measured. He wants you to know that he has nothing to hide.
Let your gaze run over the streetlight.
The light pole has been carefully cut, and the wiring has been redone and attached to a standard indoor plug. The light buzzes faintly, but persistently. This would make quite a statement in your living room.
I don't have a living room. Where'd you get
It
this?
was brought to me to be altered.
We are not here to investigate the theft of city property.
He leans in so the pawnbroker doesn't hear him.
You have to admit it's rather clever what he's done with it.
He pauses, studying the light. Oh, God. I got shivers from his voice. How much for
700 real. A bargain, I dare say.
700? Even taking into account risk of updating the light, that's a bit steep.
There's also the matter of rewiring, but the most important transformation is the light's placement among ordinary indoor fixtures, which has adjusted its morphological field. The light became suitable for use inside the home just a few days ago.
Mimi, get the fuck off. Please. I can actually buy it? What the hell? There's nothing else.
It's not often that I see officers from the RCM in my pawn shop.
The man at the counter turns to you slowly.
What can I do for you?
He asks.
His courtesy is not insincere, but he prefers being alone with his projector, just watching the movement of light across the walls of the shop.
Shake your head. It's simple how insufficient the police presence is in these parts. Mimi, can you stop? Mimi! It's shameful how insufficient, yeah.
I haven't had any problems myself, though some of my customers have complained about inconsistent law enforcement.
Who are your customers usually?
All kinds of people come through here. Locals, travellers, people looking for a deal, people looking for a keepsake. People who are terminally bored. As you can see, I have a wide selection of goods for everyone to choose from.
Quite the collection indeed.
It keeps me entertained.
Entertained. You might be able to aid our investigation.
I doubt it, but I can try and answer any questions you may have.
You know anything about the recent hanging?
I do my best to keep my distance from all manner of butchery. Bad for business, bad for everyone.
The pawnbroker's gaze is already fixed on the dancing colors.
Do you happen to have any guns like the ones carried by cops?
Someone else came here earlier today asking the same question. I promptly sold her the gun you pawned a couple days back.
Oop.
The lieutenant shifts from one foot to another, alert.
I sold you my gun? So was the buyer a policeman too?
She didn't seem like a policeman, although she kept referring to herself as a pig, which was odd. I found her interest in the gun a bit obsessive. But I was just happy to get rid of it. And of her. Truth be told, she was terrifying.
Right, so let me get this right. You sold your sidearm, issued by the citizens' militia, and now a civilian is running around the streets of Martinez with it?
Miraculously, his face does not reveal what's happening inside.
She's a vigilante, wants to prove she can do her just better than she can. I like it either. What if she intends to commit a crime and blame it on the citizens' militia? I'm sorry, I sold my gun! Maybe she's a vigilante? Yeah, maybe she's a vigilante.
It's possible in these parts of town. We ought to find her and discourage her from taking justice into her own hands.
Any idea where I can find his body?
My apologies, officer, but I have no idea where she was coming from or where she went.
A needle in a haystack. There is nothing you can do about it now. You'll just have to hope you luck upon her somehow.
At least now I know how I lost my sidearm. Let's talk about something else.
Of course.
Wait.
Hello again.
Hello.
How can I help you?
Even? Fuck. Wait, that's kind of close. Let's try.
Hello again. How can I help you?
Is Roy high? And if yes, then what is he high on?
Feeling warm and enthralled by the movement of light, while the mind continues to race forward. Lucky bastard. He's probably on Parolidon. It's tough to come by on the street.
Parolidon. What is
A
that?
drug developed by the military to treat and prevent radiation sickness. It has psychedelic side effects, and it makes your eyes turn yellow.
Is it just me or is it getting really hot in here?
I try to keep the shop at a comfortable temperature.
There's a note of indignation in his voice. Interesting. Those triangle patches on his vest, you have a feeling they mean something, like they're similar to the halogen rectangle on your jacket.
Point is close, so... Say, what's with the triangles on your vest?
I was with the emergency relief brigade. You know, after the People's Pile disaster.
Because, as if to mark his words.
Had to take Parolidon for radiation sickness. That's what you were hinting at just now, wasn't it?
He's taken it for mental and emotional, not physical pain these days.
The People's Pile? What's that?
A bad idea. Some poor leftist built a particle decay generator in hopes of bringing affordable electricity to underserved communities. It malfunctioned. Radioactive waste everywhere. Probably some of it in you too.
Oh. Must have been rough, radioactive cleanup.
There's a reason why everyone's tried to forget any of it ever happened. And why no one has tried to repair or replace the pile. So much disappointment. And early deaths. Cancer mostly. And we knew all that was coming even as we were cleaning up as best we could.
Damn. Whose fault was it that the generator failed?
No one's. Everyone's.
He sighs and shakes his head.
So much bitterness.
What? What happened? Oh, I completed the thing? Oh yeah. Okay, I'll deal with it later. So much better.
A bunch of poor people built themselves a primitive nuclear reactor, hoping for the best. What do you think is going to happen?
Tell me more about the emergency relief brigade if you were part of.
We were an all-volunteer force, self-organized, tried to help the fire brigades contain the spill.
On the patch, gamma radiation lines crossed with a red drop of blood.
I lived by the river since I was a small boy. The Esperance didn't have the art to let it all go to shit without trying to do something to help out. There wasn't much the volunteer force could do, however. We wasted years in the river mud, years getting sick.
How did you end up running a pawn shop?
The cleanup happened 15 years ago. I was young then. Later, my second aunt died. Left me this shack and all the assorted junk in it. So I came to Martinez. People told me don't go there. It's a shithole. I said, people, we just had a nuclear pile meltdown. I'm gonna get as far away from Forburg as I can. Still in the same city, but...
Green screen footage. Yeah, no problem.
I like the theory more than the story. Outward movement, not vortices.
Yeah, you gotta get in on those vortices, my man.
Care to share whatever the fuck that is with me?
Have you tried it before?
It's almost like he's worried for you. The lieutenant steps away, pretending to admire some of the knickknacks on display. Looks like he doesn't want to get involved. Go ahead then, he thinks. As long as you can walk straight, I don't care.
I haven't, but don't worry, I can take it.
If you say so. Here you go, man.
He presents a large cap-shaped object on the palm of his hand, very odd-looking.
Yes, darling. That's the coalition government ordained Parolidon. Straight into your gut. Not so sure about this.
Why wouldn't I be sure? Thanks, my man.
Because it's an anti-radiation drug, and you're a cop. Not a post-apocalyptic scavenger.
Thanks, my man.
Of course.
Listen, I'm just collecting evidence.
Lonesome, long way home. Here we go. Home awaits. Walk past Station 41 and through the market, past the Boogie Street spearhead to the other side of the lake, the frozen eye at the center of the district. Then past the video rental store on the corner. There, at the end of a street lined with pine trees, a small house no larger than a matchbox, 11 Voyager Road. You no longer live there. Those times are gone. And so are those people. Why did you come here? Why are you still here? And where's the dealer? You have to get back to work. That's all you have now. You see rows of toy soldiers guarding the rest of the trinkets displayed on the table. Some on horseback, others in rags, others yet in bright blue uniforms. All are stern and unyielding in their duty. Try to find something pretty and cool here, then use it to win her back.
Who? Dig up a truly cool figure in the box under the table. Win her back?
Yes. Buy something nice. A figurine. This sounds off. You shouldn't trust this guy.
Expect the knights and horseback.
Big men on big horses, clad in lamella armor and carrying flintlocks. The kind that would mow down a line of enemy soldiers in the blink of an eye.
Who are
Franco-Nigerian knights. I used to be very serious about these guys.
A long, long time ago.
The blue uniforms.
They're not all blue. These figurines also wear gold coats and caps, complemented by orange trousers. They are variously posed, wielding swords and rifles with bayonets.
So look at Renee, the old guy who was playing whatever the fuck that is.
This is what the loyalists look like, yes, at first. Then they wised up and got camouflage.
Which ones? Ah, royalist soldiers from the time of the revolution. The uniforms are painted a bit too brightly, I suppose.
Figurines in
This
rags.
set of soldiers isn't meant to look impressive. A few have rifles, but most of them carry pistols. Some even shovels and tall sticks.
Are these even soldiers?
You're probably talking about the revolutionaries, yes? Yes, they are soldiers, revolutionary soldiers. I think their poverty has been exaggerated for effect. When you place them next to the royalists, it doesn't seem like they could possibly win.
Oh my god, ZZZ, fucking politics. They're meant to give hope. Yeah, yep. Dig up a truly cool figurine.
Everything you put out seems faded, chipped, and sad somehow.
How?
Most of them are just broken toys.
Alright. It's fucking... okay.
The boomboxes on the shelf
Punished for
look
what?
well-loved and well-traveled. Chipped, dented, they stare at you with the unblinking eyes of their tape reels.
Potatoes.
One especially catches your eye. Deep gold and amber plastic with a big old handle on top. A classic boombox that says Stereo 8 approved. This is you. Golden orange. A sunset suite. Just make sure it works before you buy it.
Is this all in working order?
Absolutely. I've tested each one myself with recordings of speech, found sounds and music from a variety of genres. Even though I don't really like music.
Okay. Yeah, let's get the fuck out of here. Ooh. The belly of this boat shines like it was recently painted. Kurwa. Why can't I look at that? What?
This is a wall on the side of an apartment building.
Why am I looking at this wall? Oh, it's this little shithead. Oh, motherfucker.
Are you trying to sneak up on me? Come to slit my throat in my sleep? Pigs come to take me out? Trying to snuff me out?
No, why would you even say that?
Then why are you sneaking up on me like that? It's not a good idea to scare me, pig. Not a good idea at all.
You're a little bitch. Penis. Garden hose. This won't be of use until snow melts. Oh my god, there's so much to see and do in here. Orange bum hat. What? Oh, hell yeah. Now that's a fit. That's a fucking fit. Wait, what's my rhetoric? Rhetoric. It's 2. What does this give me? Reaction speed? Oh, fuck it. Oh my god. Reaction speed on a bum hat? Come on. These barrels are halfway forever in water. How do I get there? Can't. Just a closed door, but you look at it suspiciously. Sure am. Let's go into the penis door.
There must be another way into the building.
They show up.
That was so, what the fuck is that, blood? Oh, it's paint. There's a girl up there. Did she spill the paint?
A sturdy metal door guards the southwest entrance to the apartment building. It's locked. The door rattles against your knuckles, but there's no response. The door rattles again, but this time you hear an elderly woman's voice calling out from inside.
Stop banging on the door! I'm not letting any more strangers inside.
Is the police? Open the door.
The police? Everyone knows the police don't come round here.
The hallway echoes with her cackle. But I'm not. Please let me inside. It's cold out here. I'm not joking.
No, I already told you. I won't be responsible for any more strangers getting into the building. Go check the backyard door. Maybe someone there will.
She trails off, leaving the sentence unfinished.
Backyard door. There must be another entrance to the east.
The streets will flow red once more, a great torrent rushing down Rue de Esperance. You wait and see.
The girl stares at the sailboat by the pier.
The streets will not flow red with anything. Who are you?
I'm Cindy the fucking Skull. What else do you want to know? Date of birth, blood type, the last time I was tested for Hep C.
Blood type? We just want to know your name, little lady. Okay, just answer some questions, okay?
Ask away, pigman, but I don't promise to answer.
Despite the sass, she puts the brush aside. What are you looking at? What are you doing to the wall?
Can't you tell? I'm painting a beautiful mural, an aereo graffitio visible from low orbit. I haven't really started it yet. I'm waiting for the right words.
So you don't know what to write?
Have you ever tried your hand at graffiti-o? When faced with a blank wall, most people write unimaginative stuff, like pigs go home and Mona was here. We rarely see pigs round here, though. Just union cards. And my name's not Mona, so...
She wants it to be something true and total.
Why are you still committed to defacing the building?
This place is severely lacking in havoc. Not even the occasional trash can fire to break up the tedium. I thought I'd mix it up, you know, summon the forces of crime and social chaos with a wall-sized invitation.
I have an opinion on this. Want to hear it?
Yeah?
I love public art. Don't mind us. Keep doing what you're doing.
Thanks. I'm sure the inspiration will come to me now that I have an official RCM stamp of approval.
You've lessened her desire to deface the building.
What are you looking at?
The lieutenant furrows his brow at another one of your eccentricisms.
She nods disdainfully towards the one performing maintenance on the boat dock next to the pier.
Hatred, disgust. It's difficult to tell which of the two is more present in her girlish features. The woman on the boat does not notice her staring.
That is on her. Someone's got to keep an eye on her.
Probably the Wild Pines rep. We should talk to her. She's a professional negotiator, though. I have the feeling she will be very cooperative while telling us nothing. You should take the lead. Ask her unexpected questions, you know? Do your thing. Don't be afraid to get a bit wacky. Throwing her off is our best bet.
Good idea, piggies. Run along now. Fuck her shit up good. Impound that boat while you're at it. I'd like to watch her swim back to us on.
Do you know anything about the recent murder?
I ain't no snitch, pigstein. Go forth and forage in someone else's shit. No shortage of squealers in these parts.
Actually, there is a shortage of people who talk to us in a normal, calm, informative manner.
We weren't put on this earth to make your life pleasant, fucko.
Catch you later, Cindy.
Watch your back, ungulate. You've got eyes on you.
Freak. Docking reserves for residents of Rue de Saint-Deja. Yeah, that. Your room in the whirling isn't much bigger than this sloop. This is worth more than you'll ever earn in your life.
A striking woman leans against the cabin top of her sailing boat, smiling as you approach. Her green raincoat glistens with droplets. A silk scarf is tied around her throat.
Good afternoon, officers. I'm Joyce.
She extends her hand in greeting.
Joyce L. Messier. I represent the board of Wild Pines, the owners of the harbour. You gentlemen must be from the RCM.
She steps closer and holds out her hand over the railing. What does the L stand for? What gave us away?
Nothing, honestly. I've said it to every drunk in town, and you're the first one who's responded.
What is implied here? That you're a drunk? She hasn't actually said it to every drunk in town. It was spoken in jest.
What does the L stand for?
My maiden name.
Her bony hand dangles from the sleeve of her oversized raincoat. Shake her hand.
I'm glad to see you here.
Her grip is tight and cold.
Like steel. There is strength there. If she wanted, she could sink her nails deep into your skin.
I was dispatched to handle a strike, not a lynching. Anything I can do to assist the RCM in this matter, I will, gladly.
That is good to hear, madame. My colleague will take the lead on this interview. I should let you know that he is recovering from an unusual medical episode. Very unusual. But I can assure you of his ultimate competency.
How interesting.
I
I wish you a swift recovery. In the meanwhile, you have my full cooperation, and the full cooperation of the Wild Pines group.
You seem rich. Can I have some money?
Is what you want to say, but it isn't that easy, is it?
Well, why not?
Look at that lady. Take a gander. Squint your eyes, bub.
What nice fabrics.
Why, yes. Tucked away under that sturdy green raincoat, almost rustic in its simplicity, a silk shirt and matching scarf around her gentle throat, while dull orange pearls hang from her earlobes, red from the cold. Her light green eyes scan you, full of knowledge and worry. Wealth and all its possibilities. These are the kind eyes of the rich man that seem to say, everything is possible.
Yeah, so?
Now look at you. You misery-clad simian. Barely able to tie your own laces. Your armpits are lakes.
Ew.
A scythe of booze precedes you.
Ew.
Your hair sticks to your forehead and your underwear feels uncomfortable.
Ew.
You're poor. Poor as balls. You can't ask this person for money. You're too...
Ashamed?
Yes. You're too ashamed to ask this person for money. Too scared to belittle yourself in her eyes. Those half-precious stones of Odinel. Oh God, the lieutenant is here too. Do not dishonor the force.
As I was saying, if there's any way I may be of assistance, please don't hesitate to ask.
Can you tell me about the strike?
Everything. Right up to, but not including, trade secrets.
What is your role in this?
I believe the official title is Senior Labor Negotiator. In practice, I'm a grocery clerk. I relay the union's demands to Wild Pines and return with Wild Pines' counteroffer.
And how are the talks going?
They're not. That's the problem. The union stopped all negotiations a week ago, after that awful lynching took place. Now they won't even let me into the harbour. There's a 2-meter-20 racist behemoth blocking the gates.
Tell me more about this behemoth.
What can I say? The union employs a giant covered in tattoos. A racist giant. I guess that's part of their big tent organisation now.
How were the talks going before the lynching?
Let's say I was not making the kind of progress I'd hoped for when I first arrived.
And when did you first arrive?
I arrived 3 weeks ago. Yes, in the middle of February. The bay was still partially frozen then. I prefer to do these things on site, like the RCM.
But the strike began in December.
He looks at his notes.
I wasn't the original negotiator here. I took over after Mr. Gaumont hit a wall with Mr. Clare, the union boss. Mr. Clare refused to speak with Gaumont despite concessions he'd granted the union in prior negotiations.
This isn't the first time the union has gone on strike?
Heavens no. There have been 2 prior strikes. Both times the union won significant concessions, including overtime pay and a medical plan. This time their demands are more, I guess you could say, aggressive.
The scabs at the gate, did you put them there?
The scabs? You mean the huddled masses of Jamrock, come to plead for work where the union refuses to? If they were organised by Wild Pines or its affiliates, then it would be a company secret. I could not share it with you. Not right now, at least.
It's implied. She's open to discussing this matter with you at a later occasion.
What are their demands?
There are leaflets everywhere, and banners. What did they say again? Oh yes, every worker, a member of the board.
I don't know what to think about that.
Fortunately, they explained it. Every time the Wild Pines group makes a decision about anything, it needs the signature of each of the 2,200 workers in its Martinez terminal. Just so you understand, this is but one of 22 terminals owned by Wild Pines. Essentially, not only are they kings of the company, they are also kings of the 72,000 employees of Wild Pines Group.
The workers can't be kings. The king is the king. King is dead. Long live the workers. It's pretty funny, I have to admit.
They're having a blast. But how can they afford it? After 4 months, my assumption was they would prefer a more practical solution.
What are you gonna do?
I'm not sure. Naturally, I assume that was just their opening position. A hard-nosed tactic with a side of mockery. But there's been no follow-up, just the same nonsensical slogan repeated over and over again. And now, people are getting lynched, I hear. Behind the whirling in rags. A disastrous situation if there ever was one.
Excuse me, from whom did you hear about this lynching?
I first heard it from the boyar at the gates. The one whose very name advertises his aversion to work. I think he said it was, "Call me mañana."
This checks out.
What happened to Comment?
Mr. Clare told him to... How did he put it? Fuck off, midget. Gaumont is short of stature, you see.
Okay then.
Yes. Keep in mind, this is a negotiator Mr. Clare has worked with before, and who was more than fair with him and the Union.
Sounds like usual aggressive posturing.
Tell me about this Union boss.
Everard Clare is a man of the utmost integrity. If you can say one thing about him, it's that he always puts the interests of the workers first. Of course not. Everard is fantastically corrupt. I imagine he has a thick, viscous goo where you and I have blood.
Can't be that bad.
He is the most corrupt individual I have ever seen, and I deal with men like him for a living. If there is anyone more venal, more irredeemably nepotistic, then it's his twin brother, Edgar.
And there's two of him?
Yes. Edgar looks exactly like his brother, except for that lazy eye. He also talks exactly like Everard does, and when one's term as foreman is up, the other takes over. It's how they circumvent the term limits, you see, with a funny little switcheroo. While in office, they've embezzled God knows how much of their workers' dues.
Wow. What about the Union itself? I said the Brothers
The
Clear.
Débardeurs Union was once a perfectly normal institution. 20 years ago, anyway. It must not have been easy to establish under the Emergency Act, but they did it. I can respect that. Organised labour at its best, as they say. Then something happened in the local chapter elections. The Brothers Clare came and transformed it into a... how do you say?
Yeah, she hesitates looking for the right expression.
A mob. The Débardeurs are a crime syndicate. Sad as it may be, I suspect we'll be forced to cooperate with them.
Refreshingly honest, officer. The company has tried appeasing in the past, but I'm afraid our concessions have only emboldened Everard and his brother.
It turns to you.
And your opinion, detective, if I may ask. I'm a curious and talkative person, you see. Would you say the Débardeurs Union is...
effective advocate for the rights of local working men? They're a leech sucking the life out of Rivershall. Socialist mob. Giant leech? Yep.
Indeed. And a hungry one. Sadly, Wild Pines have cooperated with what amounts to a crime syndicate for 2 decades. However much you feed the leech always hungers.
What the... Ah, fuck, what is this? One more thing, you said something about the elections?
I'm glad you asked. There was a woman, the previous forewoman of the Union. She disappeared.
Disappeared?
Yes. On the last day of the local chapter elections, her daughter phoned in and said she wasn't running anymore, or coming to work. Ever. End of story.
What kind of extortion?
Indeed. The company suspects foul play, but there's nothing they could do. It was a union matter. The point of the presentation is, these kinds of things happen around the Clares. Watch out when you're dealing with him.
Thank you for your concern, ma'am. We'll be just fine.
Let's change the topic.
Of course. How else can I help?
Tell about this lynching.
Quite a few things, I'm afraid.
She's contemplating.
The information I'm to share with you includes sensitive trade secrets. For the sake of my employer, I have to ask for your names and badge numbers.
Okay, I can put it in something. How many times am I gonna level up, by the way? Quite a few. A lot. Let's fucking put it in empathy.
Of course, ma'am. We should have introduced ourselves. I am Lieutenant Kitsuragi, from Precinct 57.
The little hands are a piece of blue plastic.
And this is my colleague from Precinct 41. I'm afraid he doesn't have his badge at the moment. I hope mine will suffice.
How curious. Why is that, Detective?
Awkwardness washes over the conversation. The woman doesn't like this turn of events.
Remember when my partner told you about the reason I'd recently suffered from an unusual medical episode? My last badge is related to it.
I see. So, are you saying you lost your badge during the course of this episode?
Sorry, not I've had drinking. I lost memory. I don't remember anything. This world, this city, nothing.
Oh dear. Some kind of encephalopathic amnesia. I don't even know how to respond. I do believe you, naive as that may sound. I simply can't imagine what you gain by faking such a condition.
As I said, ma'am, his technique may be very unconventional, but he is an officer of the RCM.
Of course, I sympathize, but I'm afraid I simply can't share anything more until I've seen that badge.
Hang on. She's a professional negotiator. She should be open to some sort of mutually beneficial arrangement.
What kind of arrangement?
I mean, favors for favors. A dirty alliance of some sort.
How do I negotiate my way out of this? Oh fuck, let's go, baby.
Easy. Just offer her a favor. Like I said, nice and dirty.
Sure, there's some other way to demonstrate our law enforcement credentials.
I will be frank with you. If I'm going to break protocol, I need to be able to justify it to my superiors. They're going to want to see something very tangible.
You're in, but expect her to drive a hard bargain.
Like what?
Reports from inside Terminal B suggest it's a hub for the local drug trade. This is an open secret in Martinez. The Union controls the terminal, so it goes to reason.
They're profiting from this trade.
The company has tried looking into this matter before, to no avail. Perhaps someone with your authority and resources might turn over the right stones. Or you can recover your badge. Though if I may be blunt with you, it sounds like that may be a lost cause.
Detective, a word in private before we continue.
Excuse us for a moment. Yes, babe.
This is not going quite as I hoped it would, Detective.
The lieutenant's voice is hushed. How did you hope it would go?
Honestly, I was expecting you to use your unorthodox technique to keep her off balance and, not volunteer us to be her henchmen.
Oh, so we're henchmen now. Really? I thought it was going well.
This woman is running circles around us. She might have known about your misplaced badge all along, or she's simply an adept improviser. Either way, we've played straight into her hands.
He doesn't let it show, but there is a limit to how much the consequences of your unprofessional behavior can cost the investigation.
Aww.
Kimochi!
Why number get bigger?
I'm sorry for putting us in this situation. I'll handle it. I'm sorry.
I'm sure you will, Detective.
What do you propose? That we don't investigate the drug trafficking?
No. If there is reasonable
Like orange for
suspicion, we
70
must
months.
investigate. Otherwise, she could claim we are siding with the Union, or that we are on their take. We'd never hear the end of it. What I propose is, we ask her, then we investigate, briefly. But do not share the outcome of this investigation with her. We tell her it's done, and demand for her information on the lynching.
You could just, find my badge.
Oh, that would be fantastic, but do we have the time? The world is large, and your badge is 8 by 6 centimeters. You could request a new one from your station, but that would literally take months.
Go back to her then. Sorry! I'm sorry. Okay, guys. Short stream.